Okay, this is GamerBlave, and we're back with Deadly Premonition. And if you watched the last video, you know that we made our way up to the house on the lake, and we found, among other things, we found Becky, who was not at the time completely murdered. I guess she was kind of set up to be murdered. I guess she wasn't technically murdered if you don't find her dead. But she was set up in a fashion that more or less if you tried to rescue her, if you tried to cut her down, which is what, if you watched it or if you played the game before, Sheriff tried to do when we arrived at the scene, he tried to do, and that resulted in her death. If you didn't watch that, then I recommend either going back and watching that episode or at least watching the end of it, because that scene was, it was pretty intense, but it was also, just a very interesting, way for that scene to be handled. Anyway, I digress. So here we are continuing the saga of Deadly Premonition.
Previously during the investigation.
I'm Kaysen, Forrest Kaysen.
Thomas, did you see Nick here?
No. When I got here, he was already like this.
What are you doing? Get out of the way! I'll do it!
George, stay back. She's trying to speak.
No! It couldn't be! Nick! Oh, please, no!
You got us good this time, Zach.
Oh, I can't believe it, man. Now that's heavy.
Me neither.
When did Becky stop coming to work?
I think it was like from the day Anna was killed, man. Yeah, that's right. She was totally depressed about something.
Quint called for her to let us know she wasn't coming in for work. She must have been totally in shock, the poor thing.
So you took the twins along to cheer her up?
That's right, hon. If only I knew it would be like this, I'd have spent more time talking to her.
You told me about a special secret between your children and Becky.
Yes, of course. What about it?
It seems Becky handed them an item before she was killed. Any idea what that might be?
Now that you mention it, they had a box about this size, which they said was very important.
That's it. I'd like to talk to them about this in person. Where are the boys now?
They went out, actually, with Mr. Kaysen. They mentioned going to the community center today, hon. There is plenty of space to run around over there.
Kaysen? Do you know him well?
Oh yeah, he's a good guy. He always brings us gifts from his road trips. The kids love him, so we let him take them out every once in a while. You know, for a little quality time with the missus.
Okay, I understand, but the situation calls for urgency. I'll go and look for them myself. And if they come home without running into me, could you let us know?
Sure, of course. I'll contact the department. Where is it? Where?
Sally Graham.
Where could it be? Her dress. Oh, Sally.
Sally, Anna's mother?
She's acting up again. She's been like that ever since she heard the news.
What exactly is she doing?
Got no idea. But I guess she's in shock or something. Way I look at it, her daughter's death hasn't really sunk in the right way. Totally, man. I feel sorry for her.
Come on, let's go. Lily, have you seen Anna's dress, dear? I can't find it anywhere.
Zach, the wheels are turning, but not in the right way. You feel it too?
This is some interesting stuff. So, I mean, Kaysen did say he came to town quite often. So presumably he does know them well enough for them to trust him with the kids. But it just seems kind of strange that a traveling salesman would be entrusted with the care of their children. But I just have to assume that he does come by quite often, and has interacted with them enough such that that level of trust has been established. Just my assumption going into that conversation was not indicating that.
Isaac and Isaiah aren't here. They're apparently out with Kaysen. Let's go look for them.
With Kaysen? Sounds like a long story. Any ideas where to start looking?
Lily told me where they went. No problem.
Huh. It is running absolutely terribly. I'm getting an abysmal frame rate here. So what I'm going to do is save it here and exit out and then come back in here. Okay, so I ended up having to restart my computer because just restarting the game did not get my frame rate back to an acceptable level. But this is better. This is more acceptable. So I think our first order of business is because I did get in the car.
We're stuck here having to search for lost children.
They're not lost. We're the ones who are lost.
And so we are, Emily.
Zach, we may as well have fun if we're getting lost.
You sure know how to take your time at a time like this.
Before I decided to completely abandon ship last time, I realized that I needed to fill up. So before we go anywhere, we need to fill up. But we definitely need to look for the kids. Because Frank's made it pretty clear that or as he stated, it is a matter of urgency. So we need to get our gas and head there. And then if we have some time, we will explore some more. We will try to explore some more. All right. Fill her up. Yes, sir. We're done. Thank you. A people person. Charmer as always. Oh shoot. I don't want to go back into the zone there. Okay, excellent. So let's head up to about where the milk barn is, and then I'm going to turn because that's where... Actually, hang on a second. Which road is it that leads to the... Oh, I'm getting confused. I am completely... Oh, I needed to keep going in that direction. So I didn't need to turn around. I've obviously got myself confused here. Bet Emily thinks I am a great driver.
I can't believe 2 people have been murdered in our town. And now 2 young children are at the center of it all. I just can't come to grips with it yet.
Crime will happen wherever there are people. And that's why we have our jobs.
Might be easier for you because you don't live here. These were people that I knew that were killed. And the murderer might be someone who lives here in this town. It's really depressing.
I know. But someone has to bring this murder to justice.
You're right, I know. But, oh, Agent York, sometimes I just think I'm not really cut out to be a cop.
Not true, Emily. You have the potential to be a superb law enforcer. You can be emotional at times, but you also possess what's most important.
I do? What do you mean?
What do you think? A sense of justice.
Justice? I must admit, I'm surprised to hear such a... how should I say this? Such an obvious answer. I thought you'd say something else.
Obvious or not, I joined the FBI in order to do what's right. And that's what's important.
I understand, but still, you seem... I'm sorry. I need some time to think.
Whatever do you want to think about?
Justice. I want to think about justice.
Zach, she's quite the philosopher, isn't she? Then again, death makes everyone a philosopher.
I think I might have missed my turn. Yep. I did. We're taking an off-road shortcut to get back there. Over the railroad tracks. Oh yeah. This police cruiser has incredible off-roading capabilities. What did I tell ya? We're making excellent time here. Oh, 2 wheels. Whoa, whoa. Okay, I'm not exactly sure how we got back up on those 2 wheels there. So, now, we're gonna have to talk with, Diane again after, I'm assuming after we talk with, the kids. But, you know, one thing at a time.
According to Lily, Isaac and Isaiah should be here.
Then let's go and find them.
Done and done.
Hello again, Isaac and Isaiah. I hear you're teaching Willie to do tricks. What's your secret?
It's easy. Really simple. If he does it right, we give him a treat. A cookie if he does it right.
I see. Very clever. So, tell me, you two. Could you perhaps tell me your other special secret with Becky?
No, we can't. It won't be a secret if we tell. I'm not telling. We promised Becky.
Well, that's a problem. Because I also made a promise to Becky. I promised to catch the bad man who wrote her. But I can't keep my promise if I don't know what the secret is. Do you see?
She told us to give Diane a box. It wasn't that heavy.
We took it to the art gallery and gave it to Diane.
Is that all Becky gave you?
Just when we were leaving to take the box to Diane, Becky called us back. She handed us something. It was small and round. She told us to keep it safe in our pocket and give it to Diane.
And then you met Carol on your way?
Yep, I took the round thing out of my pocket and we looked at it.
And then she talked to us.
We told her that we were on an errand for Becky. She said she'd do it for us.
But we told her no, because Becky asked us, not her. We promised Becky to do it ourselves.
So Becky did entrust the locket to them. And now Carol has it. Right, Kaysen?
Huh?
You were in the room when Carol took the locket back from Diane. I saw you with Diane in the art gallery that day.
Well, yeah, I was there in the room, but I was only chatting with Diane. Oh, then Carol burst in, all angry looking. While Carol and Diane had their talk, I just sat there like a frog. Yeah, so Carol took the locket from Diane, but that has nothing to do with me, right?
Yes, I believe so. But from this instant, you are now a key witness in this case. I'm afraid you can't leave town until you hear from me.
What? Can you do that? This is all starting to sound a little like Alice in Wonderland.
Which makes you Humpty Dumpty.
Huh?
Isaac and Isaiah, thank you. I think I'll be able to keep my promise with Becky thanks to you two.
How is Becky?
Is she getting better?
She'll come and help out at our store again, won't she?
She'll come and play with us again, won't she?
Afraid not.
About Becky.
That's right. Becky is almost totally better now. But I don't think she'll be able to come and see you. I was told by Becky to keep this a secret. But she's actually a goddess of the forest, just like Anna. I think she's gonna be in the forest with Anna for a while.
Cool. We'll keep this a secret then, too.
Wow, that's why Anna and Becky are such good friends.
Okay, Willie.
You're happy too, aren't you?
Zach, I hope Emily doesn't end up as a forest goddess, too.
My goodness. Those kids are, I think, going to be either blocking some
Okay, then,
serious
Zach,
emotional damage
Let's go
or...
over what we found out recently about the case.
First, Diane, the owner of the art gallery. She was out drinking with Nick Cormack in a bar on the night Anna died. Nick confirmed this, and so she has an alibi. But then we have what Nick's wife Olivia told us.
According to Olivia, Nick and Diane not only went to the bar, but also went somewhere else that night. Do you remember where that was, Zach?
It's the art gallery, right?
That's right, the art gallery. Before entering the gallery, Diane looked back towards Olivia, almost as though she saw Olivia in the dark. Nick's behavior has also become more suspicious by the day. If Olivia is correct, then he is heavily involved in this case. But we have no conclusive evidence of that at the moment. The only thing we can say for sure is that Nick's whereabouts are unknown at the time of Becky's murder. He has no alibi for the crime, but that fact alone means nothing. So who was it that called Thomas to report trouble at Becky's place?
Was Quint, right?
That's right. It was Quint, Becky's boyfriend. He went to her house and saw the tragedy. Now, about Becky's murder. I'm embarrassed and mortified. Killer struck again while we were on the case. We found her bitten off tongue, a massive amount of red seeds that poured out with the blood, and an inverted peace symbol like the one seen at the site of Anna's murder. From the similarities, one can deduce that Anna's killer killed Becky.
We also found one other important piece of evidence in Becky's room. Can you remember what that was, Zach?
Was the sketchbook.
That's right. We found a sketchbook in Becky's room. She had apparently written a letter to her sister Diane. It revealed that Becky took a locket from Anna's body at the crime scene. She also admitted to borrowing a pair of Diane's stiletto heel shoes. So Miss Stiletto Heels was Becky.
There was something else at the end of the letter. It said that she handed the locket and stiletto heel shoes to someone. Do you remember who, Zach?
It was Isaac and Isaiah.
That's right, Zach. And from what Isaac and Isaiah told us,
Carol offered to take the items to Diane, but the twins refused. They gave them to Diane themselves, as they had promised. For some reason, Carol wanted the locket. She ended up storming into the gallery to take it from Diane. And when Carol took the locket from Diane, Kaysen just happened to be there. Is Kaysen involved in this? Or was he just there by coincidence? I wonder what's so special about the locket, too. Why did Carol want it so badly? The questions are mounting. Come to think of it, Quint, the first witness, has no alibi for Becky's death. We checked the phone records, and his call definitely came from her house. Is it possible he attacked Becky and then called us from the scene?
but everyone is suspicious one way or another. What should we do next, Zach?
Okay, who's the most suspicious?
Oh, jeez. Well, I'm gonna go with Nick at this point, but I would say it's Nick or
I
Diane.
don't think so, Zach. He's certainly suspicious, but there is someone else at the center of this.
So, probably Diane then.
That's right. Becky's sister and Carol's enemy, linked to both Nick and Kaysen, the elegant owner of the art gallery.
Zach, that's our next move. We'll start with Diane.
So, you want to find out everything there is to know about Diane?
That's right. There's just too many things that we don't know. First, we need more intel about the relationship between Nick and Diane.
How?
Nick and Diane meet every night at the bar. Let's use that. George, we'll need you to stake out the gallery.
What do you mean?
Wait in the parking lot of the art gallery and tail Diane when she leaves. If she goes anywhere other than the bar, you let me know. Emily, you take the diner. Wait for Nick and tail him to the bar too. As with George, if he goes anywhere else, then you let me know.
Okay.
Thomas, you keep a watch on them inside the bar.
Yes, I will.
I'll be waiting in the parking lot of the bar. Once Nick and Diane are together, I will follow them wherever they go. What time do they usually show up, Thomas?
Around the same time. Usually between 22 and 2300.
Then at that time we do it, boys and girls.
All right, so 10 and 11 o'clock. Got it. We got us some money. And yes, we do want to save. As always, we don't want to lose any progress due to instability. Actually, right at the end of my last video, the game crashed. Fortunately, we didn't lose any progress, and we didn't crash at all during the last video, so that was nice. crashing at the end of a video actually isn't that big of a deal. So didn't lose any progress at all. That was actually when I intended to end.
Zach, we need to be at Carol's bar at 2200. Looks like we have some time to kill.
We can go to the diner and see how Nick and Olivia are doing.
We don't have very much time to kill, actually. We have a fairly limited amount of time. Now, let's see what we're dealing with here in terms of, so we're pretty well fed and we're pretty well rested.
So I don't want to do anything that's going to take an extremely significant amount of time. Now, I received a comment that suggested that I go to the graveyard. Is this the graveyard here? The picture of a bone? Because it is nighttime right now. But at the same time, you know, once again, I definitely don't want to miss. I do not want to miss the main target area. Of course, I guess he said I can go to the diner prior to the mission. I'm gonna go up here, the corner of, I can't read that name of that street, but Maple Logs Street. I'm gonna go up here and see what this path is, if it's labeled something.
And you know, just kind of see if that does indicate that is the cemetery. Then I might actually just take a quick peek. A very quick peek. Wait, am I going the wrong way? I probably am. This map. Oh wait, hang on a second. What is going on here? Okay, I need to turn around and I'll take the second. It will be my right onto Mildred Street, and then I'm going to take onto Twig Street, I guess. They really needed to stick with a map orientation that stayed the same, or at least let you rotate it. It's kind of ridiculous. Whoa. Kind of ridiculous. Okay, here we go. So well, not sure if I should be doing this or not. This does not appear to be a cemetery. But I'm going to take a quick peek at what that bone is. And
Zach, is there something here that you want to check out?
We need to be at Carol's bar at 2200. We're free until then.
I'm hoping that dog is not hostile. It probably will be once I grab this bone. Left hand bone. Okay, yeah, that's...
A human bone? This doesn't look related to the case, but shouldn't I let someone know?
Probably. Yeah, you probably should. Okay, so this is clearly not not the cemetery. Not even a little bit. But you don't know until you try. Now we find out if we can get the heck out of here. I'm guessing probably not. Well, car's taking a little bit more attrition. Here we go. Here we go. Oh yeah.
So, Zach, this case turned into a multiple homicide.
What kind of motives turn a criminal into a serial killer? Is it hedonistic? Ritualistic? Copycat crime? Sex-related? Cannibalistic? From the Bureau's statistics. These interesting ideas don't always really explain the real motive. They're just words. Phrases that the media uses to scare citizens. The spotlight falls on a mere 1% of all cases. Only the weird ones.
You understand all this, right, Zach? No matter how bizarre a crime may appear to be, at the root, there is always rage and personal interest. Right, Zach?
Most people simply don't kill for pleasure. But that kind of common sense never applies to our investigations. Maybe we're lucky. Or unlucky, depending on how you look at it. We end up working on those cases in that 1%.
Do you remember, Zach, the first case we handled just after becoming a special agent?
Now let's talk about this another time. I don't feel like it right now.
Okay, I wasn't driving around because I didn't know where to go, and I wasn't talking because I wanted him to finish what he was talking about. So I can go to the diner, which is what he had suggested doing, but I think I have a little bit of time to look around here. I'm not really sure. There's the junkyard. The farm. Sigourney's house. Usha's house. The gallery. I'm sure we'll have to head back there again at some point, but I don't anticipate having to go back there. Well, actually, I may have to go back there very shortly, as Diane is a person of immediate interest. I have no idea where the cemetery is. Community center? My goodness, why does this have to be the worst map in the entire universe? I mean, at least it is a map. I mean, it's more functional than, you know, not having a map, but only just. Only just. I am not freaking sure here. Yeah, I'm really not seeing it. Now, that being said, I'm actually kind of interested in swinging by the actual gunsmith. I haven't been to the store during its legitimate hours of operation. So that would be, and I think it's open at night exclusively. So that is actually a
something that I think is a noble cause. Arm ye brave, a noble cause, a noble cause. I don't know if it's a noble cause, but certainly I am interested in checking that out, because while I do have that 10mm submachine gun, I wouldn't mind having something to the effect of a shotgun or something of that nature. Perhaps a rocket launcher, maybe a flamethrower, minigun. You know, maybe a mech. I don't know if he's got a mech available. Suit of powered armor. Anything along the lines of more and excessive firepower. That's what we're looking for here. So I don't know why he's decided to have his shop open only really late at night. I probably will have to fill up my gas tank again because I've burned a ton of it driving around. But I've been wanting to go to the gun store for forever. It was actually the first place that I actually wanted to go to since the open world mechanic was introduced in the game, and I never have been able to go to it. I just haven't really had the opportunity at night, so this is really exciting for me. Got a little bit of money too, so unless all of the things that he has are what are available when I go into my toolbox, which would be kind of disappointing, I gotta admit. There is a lot that I want, buddy. There is a lot. Don't trust what you hear out there. Information can be totally controlled in this day and age. I'm well aware of that. But I can smell the difference. It's important. In my line of work, information smells bad when it's fake. And my shop smells okay, doesn't it? Something like that. Wesley, do you take pride in your work? Guns are tools for killing. It isn't a job to brag about. But any job needs pride in it, for it to be done well. That's what I think. A mixture of humility and pride. That's the way to be, alright? Looks like my nose was right, Zach. Bye. Alright, so he's got some swords, which is cool. And that looks like pretty much that looks like pretty much what we're dealing with outside of the... Oh man, that's kind of a bummer. I was really hoping for a shotgun or something to that effect. This sword is intriguing. A medium durability, speed slow. Yeah, why not? That'd be kind of cool. Oh, I don't think I need two right now, at least. So that was a little disappointing. All in all, I'm gonna go ahead and put my steel pipes away. Okay, I won't put my steel pipes away. I will use my steel pipes aggressively in battle. So I free up a space for another weapon. Or if I find a weapon that I need to pick up, then I'll just throw the steel pipes away, because they're expendable now. Because now I got this sweet sword. At least I think it's probably sweet. Thomas's biscuit and a chocolate chip cookie. Oh yeah. Bagging some tasty eating here. And root beer. Yep. This is all very healthy stuff we've got going on here. Okay. Wham! Look at this thing. Oh yeah. Man, I bet this thing will tear some dudes up. Yeah. I bet this thing wrecks faces. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that. So I guess the stuff that the panda has is pretty much all available in the from the toolbox, so you don't really have to go out of your way and go to the store. Which I guess is nice for convenience sake.
Uh-huh.
Alright. Yep. It was funny the first couple of times. Now I just want the gas. Okay. We're good. Yep. Now, so let's see.
We've got a little bit of time here to mess around, and I would like to, yeah, that's the junkyard again. Been there. Definitely been there. They're all up that way. I think this is up towards the... Oh, it doesn't lead anywhere. That leads to a dead end with a phone. That's kind of interesting. Another human bone. Another human bone. I wonder... I mean, I'm guessing that the human bones are like a collectible kind of sub-mini quest type thing. You know, kind of like the cards, but there's like a little quest. I see there's another bone right there. Not exactly sure. You know, since we've only got one, you know, probably unlock some other, you know, like side case or quest. You know, not sure if we get around to it. You know, if we find ourselves with enough free time in between our active missions, then you know, we will, you know, try to grab those. Yeah, I am not seeing a cemetery. Just not seeing it. Where is this place? Juniper Farm. This is ridiculous. I really wish you could just search for a place. Or zoom out so far you could just see everything. Oh wait! Albireo Graveyard. Now the problem is, where is that? Okay, so it's past the junkyard. So I gotta go to the junkyard and then go past it. And there's the graveyard, and then I gotta make sure that I don't stay there so long that I miss my current objective.
Come on. Okay. Alright. Heading to the graveyard. Theoretically. If I'm going the right way, we're heading to the graveyard.
Do you remember? How many years ago was it now? That multiple homicide of young girls in that college town in Illinois. All the victims were cut open from the throat to the crotch. Ripped right open.
Gee whiz.
During the autopsy, a second stomach was found inside the first victim's body. Of course, she didn't naturally grow a second stomach. One of the stomachs belonged to someone else. As more victims piled up, there was one with 2 hearts, one with 2 livers, 4 lungs. Different organs each time.
Of course, those extra organs didn't do the girls much good, right, Zach?
And they say too much is never enough. In the end, we arrested a professor at the med school. They found the body of his daughter dead and the missing organs at his house. Do you remember what he said when we took him in? I was ordered to restore those deformed bodies back to normal. And remember who he said ordered him? An alien. Well, of course we couldn't arrest an alien, so we arrested the professor instead. Serial killers can't be caught by logic and common sense. I learned this the hard way. That first case taught me that. Since then, these cases just keep getting more and more complicated. It's a tough job. I thought getting experience while I was young would make the job easier.
Okay, so we found the cemetery after a very long search of the map, and we're gonna see if we can actually get into this place. It looks like we can. Now I am dubious as to whether or not this was a good idea. But it does look like there was a bone up here that we can pilfer. Wait. Is that in here or is that... Yeah, that's... Oh. It's the...
Hello.
Have not. Long time. I guess...
Hello.
Okay, we can't talk to him about anything else. Can we not get through? I really want to go in there. Brian, get away from that barrel. I'm about to shoot it. Hopefully this is not going to alarm you. He does not seem in any way fazed. Well. I'm not sure if this is going to lead me in there or not. It kind of seems like... Kind of seems like I'm going off into nothingness here. I have no idea what I'm doing. Absolutely no idea. Can I push these? Again. Allegedly. Okay, we can stop pushing. Now is stuff about to go nuts on me? That's the question. I really don't want it to. So I wonder if we have dogs near all of the bones. Left foot bone.
A human bone? This doesn't look related to the case, but shouldn't I let someone know?
Yep, doesn't look like, Whoops. Boom. The dog was also unfazed. Now can we open it from this side? Oh. So we're gonna have to run back around this. So I guess that whole situation, the coming to the graveyard, was in order to collect the human bone. So I am assuming that there is some importance to that. Let's go ahead and observe. Nutritious and will satisfy a small amount of hunger. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in the toolbox. And we'll go ahead and save it while we're here. Don't want to lose any of that epic progress right there. What do we have here? Why would anyone do such a thing? Huh. Now perhaps whoever dug it up, or the the dug up grave is the source of these bones. I suppose that's a possibility. I wonder if now that we have observed that, if we can talk to talk to Brian, and maybe he'll say something different about the grave.
Hello.
This isn't the end, I can tell. Info gathering bonus.
Hello.
Well, I talked to him twice and he said the same thing, and then I talked to him again and he said something different, so...
Hello.
Okay. So I guess... I guess that's probably all you can get from him. So I think that pretty much does it for the, cemetery. So what we're gonna do is head on back to town, and I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, get back to town. Whoa! Try not to destroy the car first. That's goal numero uno. Don't want to be stranded out here. Of course, I've got those flares that are supposed to summon a squad car. I've not tried them out yet. But allegedly, they're supposed to get a squad car.
There was another really bad one around this time of year. 3 years ago. Remember, Zach?
Yes, that's right. That one. Multiple homicide, same MO, across Utah, Colorado, and Missouri. The victims were all average married housewives. But after being run over so many times by a car, they didn't look human. 5 victims in 2 months in the 3 states. The way he killed them was always the same. But aside from that, there was nothing that linked the victims together. Well, they were all married. But age, race, nothing else matched up. Tire marks and fragments of paint ID'd the car that was used. That's where things got really tricky. The perpetrator used a 1993 model Cadillac Alante as a weapon. It was registered in the name of one Senator... No, I don't feel like talking about this anymore. That senator's basement. I wish I could forget what I saw there.
And he always cuts off right when the story gets interesting. But presumably he will pick up with that a little bit later. Now, he said that we could check at the diner first and then meet in the main target area. So I do believe we have enough time to run to the diner. So I think we can get that out of the way first. Make sure we got our bases covered. We had just enough time to get these things done. With a little bit of time to spare. Whoa! Okay. It's jumping right into it here. Okay, so let me check my situation here. I guess. So they're supposed to follow and they're supposed to report if something happens out of the ordinary. But let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of the car here and save it. Now that we got back to town here. And on that note, I think I'm looking at the time, and based on the progress of this that we've accomplished in this video, if you can call that progress, I think we found out a little bit more about this case. And at least we're kind of focusing on Diane and maybe the relationship she's got going on with Nick, and trying to find out a little bit more about what's going on there. I mean, we've got the Woodman tailing Diane and Emily tailing Nick. Hopefully that's going to reveal a little bit of information, about their potential involvement in the case or lack thereof, and maybe point us in a different direction if they are not involved in the case. Maybe it'll point us where we need to go. But either way, we definitely have more direction now than we did before this session. So I think that was a productive one. So, as always, thanks for watching. And we're going to pick up right here next time.